race?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been.
Kentucky Speedway. There was
Formula.
a tornado.
Formula One's way cooler.
Hey, switch over to multi-stream.
Well, thanks, man.
Truck series is fun out there at the Kentucky Motor Speedway.
They say that like the Indy 500 is real
Oh
fun.
yeah,
I've been to the Brickyard 400 and
Yeah.
I've been to Kentucky Speedway.
In our town, they have the Circle 8 races.
Oh yes, the figure eight. Yes,
yeah,
those
figure
are
eight.
amazing.
Yeah,
Where they have to time.
and they have a fundraiser where they do buses.
That is amazing.
yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
before.
Oh,
Pretty wild.
semi trucks. I want to
Yeah.
go to a motorcycle race, like a super bike race, like a MotoGP, but they are expensive.
Yeah.
Like crazy. They used to race in Mid Ohio. I don't think they do that anymore. Though.
Go online and share. We are live.
Yep,
Live.
that's what I'm doing.
I guess I will do the same. If I remember how.
We all do this right at the beginning, so the 5-minute countdown. Basically, we'll go on Facebook and share it from our own account so that more people can understand. Like,
Oh.
oh, hey, it's going live. So if you want to,
How do you do that?
If you just go to Facebook and
like
go to
me.
Pod Bless page, it'll show the live, and then you can just share it as a comment on your own Facebook, or you can do it through any social media platform that you have, Twitter and all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Joey, you weren't even following Pod Bless on your Facebook.
He just caught you
Wow.
red-handed.
Is it on the screen? It would appear I was not.
So
Whoops.
okay, so I'm here. What do I do?
Now that's just TikTok. Let me.
No.
Or, it's just a short. So just click on the main page.
Why can't I see the video? There it is.
Go, and then that's our live right there. So if you hit share,
Share to my story
Also,
or share now
you can
public?
write, hey, I'm on this show.
Public.
Thanks.
Come chat or whatever.
It just posted without me being able to type anything.
Yeah.
That's how that works?
Yep.
Usually I type something.
Well,
There you go.
Huh.
Now I'm just posting it
Well,
to an
I did it twice.
Instagram story.
Whoops. It's different on the computer
Now-
than on my
now-
iPad.
2 people will see it.
Hey. This guy. We got a follower tonight. We gained a follower already.
It's you, silly goose. Let's see.
Too many cookies.
Joey Butch accepted your invite to follow Pod Bless. It just showed me.
Guys, I don't Facebook very often. My apologies. I got a question on the radio today. You want to talk about it for a second?
Oh, jeez.
If you had to lose the ability to communicate as like a human, like with language, like with spoken language, like right now, and for the rest of your life you had to communicate the way an animal does, what animal would you pick and why?
I'm still sharing.
It's a super deep question, right?
is it?
What did your little girl say?
No, this is on the radio.
I'm not getting the super deep vibe.
if you
here.
if you couldn't speak as language anymore as a human,
Okay.
and someone said, "Hey, but you can adopt the communication of an animal," what animal would you choose?
Monkey. They can
Yeah?
learn sign language. Or I guess gorilla.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can learn sign language.
Warning: there is a correct answer here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
A parrot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good call.
Except
Right.
you can only mimic.
It's true.
Ooh, he's right.
You can't really come up with your own stuff.
So hopefully you could be like a really smart person's parrot.
That's right.
And then you could just mimic everything that they say.
It's sound regurgitating all the
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Oh.
Somebody
Yeah.
said dolphin on the radio. I was like, you idiot.
Dolphins are really smart.
They're smart.
Yeah, but we don't
how
know
do you
how to-
communicate with them?
Yeah, we don't know how to.
Well, on Flipper, you
Yeah,
use.
that's right.
Was it
You're
a
not old
honking
enough for
horn?
Flipper.
Oh yeah,
Man.
I'm older than all these little guys. I hit 40 this past year anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, not too old, but
Jeez.
I never saw Flipper or Free Willy.
You've never seen Free Willy?
No.
I'm coming up on... In 10 days, I'll be 61.
I thought you were about to tell us your birth time. I was like, that's
No,
impressive.
Checking on the time here, on the
32
date.
seconds.
What? What?
I was just
Oh.
making fun too, just being silly.
I just been crazy.
You know. Oh, is there something else big going on tonight? Well, I guess people might be
Christmas.
back home.
Christmas.
It's not till Sunday. ish. Monday,
I
Sunday.
heard somebody on a
Christmas Eve.
podcast I listened to called this week. They're like Wednesday and Thursday of this week are like the least productive work days of the whole year.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people know that. Hey, Tabitha.
I tend to disagree with that.
Well, not the post office.
That's 2 times. That's 2
We
times.
already talked about it. I can say it now. I
That's
thought
true. We did talk about
That
it
is
once.
2 times.
you're
He's-
exposed.
Well, Joey's a pastor.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, no.
You don't want to
Just
expose.
bread.
Oh, just
Yeah,
bread.
just
I've
Brett
told
just
some
wanted to keep
stories
it.
on here.
Oh,
we
yeah,
made
you
it
don't
for
want-
years without officially saying it.
Where
Oh.
it was,
And
yeah.
like 2 months ago, I just slipped out of nowhere.
Which technically it won't be on the audio because we'll clip this off the audio, so that'll be fine.
We do have a censor button.
You gotta turn the volume.
Where's
up on it
that? Oh yeah, I can just it out and then we'll be
You
good.
just do what?
I can just.
Yeah,
out.
but the
I know it sounds like you're saying.
Oh,
something bad.
sorry, Matt.
oh,
Matt, I watched your fight. Fight?
Well, no,
Match?
Sorry?
Was it a match?
it was a match.
Also, you could have smoked that guy in real life.
I just want to let you know that Cooper and I were watching it, and he was super into it. Like
He was digging it.
he was, and
He's
you
putting moves on you
you-
after.
you walked out onto the camera area, and Cooper was like, "Hey, Dad, is that
Oh.
Joey Votto?" So my son thinks you look like Joey Votto.
All right, you guys want to do this thing?
Oh,
feeling
let's
it?
start our music.
New intro or old intro?
No, of course.
New? I just figured, maybe you'd be feeling it. A little retro, but here we go. All right, everybody shut up. It's time for the game.
That blows my mind. What'd he say?
He gave my address out on Facebook.
Did he dox you? I don't know. Jesus is coming.
If you say another word, you're out of here. And I was like, "Yeah, well, you're terrible." So
You think you could kill that cat barehanded if it came at you?
No.
Oh, I think yes.
And this is Pod Bless.
Hey,
Yo.
welcome to the Pod Bless podcast, where a few fellas get together and talk about our
Sometimes ladies. Very
very.
occasionally.
We try to keep them out of here.
That's usually when
Oh.
all of our wives comment in. The
Right.
one night they're watching is when we
Yeah.
say something about them.
They never.
Wasn't
watch.
that the night that I said something about Sarah? She was actually
It's
watching.
like the only
Yeah.
time she's ever commented in. It was something you said. You're like, I'm probably safe with this. No,
Every
you weren't
time.
safe.
Every time I talk smack about Kelly, she tunes in. And I'm
It'll
just
be
like,
late at night. Like we'll be out here at 11. and she'll-
Kelly's comments are on fire when she's on here.
I
Yeah.
love every time she comments.
She roasts me pretty hard.
She has to say sorry tomorrow in the morning.
Brett, do you want to
Sorry.
introduce our guest?
Yeah. So to the bottom of your screen, I can't. There.
There.
Yeah.
That is my father-in-law, Leon Blanchett.
Hey.
Good to have you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being here. From the great state of Illinois. Do you guys say Illinois weird?
Loosely.
Yeah, we say Illinois.
Yeah, no one says Illinois here, right?
Yeah.
Loosely great.
Loosely great. Yeah,
I say Illinois.
Yeah, it's not great.
it's not. I was just being polite. It's
Yeah.
really bad. It's one of the worst, actually. But
Yeah,
whatever.
things are rough there right now, but that's okay.
I was trying to be nice. But he's here now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Here for Christmas.
Well, not. It's
Sure
good.
enough.
Christmas is coming?
Yeah.
What?
I think we recorded this live though, so that's the reason you're confused.
Yeah. Well, we
I
just
mean,
came from all kinds
earlier.
of Christmas stuffs. And has anybody done a Christmas event yet, like with family?
Oh yeah, we've had
Already?
Well, we missed a couple because we all had
Wow.
the Black Plague, but
What?
yeah, the stomach bug.
And that's what you want to hear when I'm
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
Saturday.
Sharing the couch.
We opened our presents with our family yesterday.
Okay.
So it's been a full day of playing all the games with the kids
Yes.
that are new to them.
And it's warm, which is nice out.
It is nice out today. We could have
Nice
played
outside.
outside, but we
Is
chose
that a
not to.
Is that a metaphor?
The goose is getting fat. What does that mean?
Not you. You have your name as Goose on video games, so you assumed.
That's
it was
why
about
I
you.
did. You're right. I did assume
Yeah.
that. I was like, I'm getting fat.
No one on the show knows that you are.
But
Goose.
since she brought it up,
Yeah, this is an intervention. We brought you here for a purpose. Oh, I'm not falling apart too much yet, but it's happening.
Something interesting that we didn't bring up as we were introducing our guests is the fact that he is also a podcast connoisseur.
Hey,
Yeah.
We could take a
a
little
fellow
moment.
podcaster.
Yes.
You want to plug your show?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to.
Go ahead.
So, can I just give a little bit of background?
Sure.
Go for
yeah.
Okay, great. So, I'm a professor at Olivet Nazarene University, and as part of what I do in the School of Theology and Christian Ministry, we were granted a $1.3 million gift from Lilly Endowment, which is
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yes,
And the whole
yes.
purpose of that is, and I hate to almost bring this up here because this is kind of serious, and I know you guys like to goof around a lot.
We dip into the serious.
Okay.
People say I
So-
like to
We'll
talk
cross our
about death and things like that. Yeah. We all get
Brett and I.
uncomfortable.
So the purpose of the grant is to help parents pass their faith on to their kids and to come up with real practical ways to help parents do that. And Lilly has given out about 18 of these $1.3 million grants to a variety of nonprofit groups.
Cool.
So we were really privileged to get one of those, and I oversee that. So my responsibilities at all of it have changed a little bit over the last year. But part of that includes a podcast that we started back in October called Faith Together. And it can be found on all the major platforms.
Yeah. Faith together.
Faith Together, yeah. And basically what we do is we just, for about 20 to 30 minutes once a week, we talk about different practical ways that parents can be more intentional about passing their faith to their kids.
Cool.
So it's been a lot of fun. Our next step in the journey is creating a curriculum that's going to be online, available to whoever wants to use it for free.
Oh, nice.
That will be things that can be done like with small groups in local churches or other organizations, where you can work with parents, help
Yeah.
them, learn how to pass their faith on in a way that's really effective.
right
Yeah,
there?
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found it? Oh, show it on camera.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to blow it up to make the picture bigger, but it is not doing that. But yeah. Get the focus.
Oh, you just here. Do you turn autofocus off?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really small though, so it's
Yeah,
hard
so there's a
to-
couple ways to find it. You can get it
There
on
you
all
go.
the platforms, but our website is centerff.com.
Okay.
Center for Faith and Family is the name of the center at Olivet that houses the podcast. Center for Faith and Family, so centerff.com. And you can find all the podcasts there and then some of the information, the things we're doing. And then that's where the curriculum will eventually be found. We'll start next month really starting to develop the curriculum.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys letting me plug that.
Yeah, no problem.
That's
no
a
problem.
big deal.
So to step down from there to here,
Yeah.
but
Hey, you can. I
let
talked to
your
the
hair
guys.
down.
I was texting the guys before we came on. I was like, hey, we should all bring wigs since three of us are men of chrome stature.
Brett's catching us.
And I was like, hey, we should all wear wigs and be like, Leon, this is a chance for you to let your hair down.
Yeah.
and relax.
Yeah.
But we
Little
didn't have
stray
wigs.
Yeah,
so-
well, I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah. Let your beard down. That's what.
Oh, there you go.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Let it swang.
Well, thanks for letting me just hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we got lots of stuff to talk about tonight. Josh, you want to kick us off with
Yeah, I guess we
maybe?
could.
maybe not?
We'll gotta find my music.
Normally it's right there.
Well, Noah
But
poked some buttons.
who messed these up? Mess with my settings. You good?
Yeah.
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
We put a lot of work into our intros. Wait till we get to Joey's. You'll really have some fun thoughts about that. But so I wrote down. There we go. I wrote down a bunch of movies since we are in the holiday season of Christmas and New Year's,
Okay.
but with emphasis on the Christmas. We are going to talk about holiday movies.
Okay.
Or I guess Christmas movies, because we're not working at Starbucks or anything. We can say that.
I've had a lot of direct. Hold on, time out. I've had a lot of direct Merry Christmases this year.
Have you?
I don't know if it's because I live in Dry Ridge now and it's a little different down there, but
It's a lot of different down
yeah,
there. Yeah.
I've had a lot of direct, just like Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
and I just say it back.
Okay. Yeah.
But,
It is
I've
the
not
country.
heard Happy Holidays too much this year.
Yeah. When I
Do you
go-
guys know about Xmas?
Xmas?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Have you heard
I've
all the
of it,
stories?
but I don't know the stories.
I mean, just that, like,
I know.
people taking Christ out of Christmas.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Now, you,
that. Yeah,
But you know where Xmas came from, right?
I don't.
Yeah. So the letter X, which is actually the
Oh,
letter Chi in Greek,
It's a,
is the first letter for the word Christ, for
Mm-hmm.
the name Christ, which is where that language comes from. And since it's actually Greek, it's like more biblical than what we do when we write at Christmas in English. So it's actually putting Christ back in
So we
Christmas.
should all be celebrating Xmas?
That's right.
Is that what you're saying?
I like it.
That's funny.
Usually it's because they like putting it on store windows. They can shorten it.
I'm pretty sure.
But
the-
it's legit.
yeah. I'm almost certain the most common cross that was used, like when they killed people with them, were more in the shape of an X
Sure.
than a T.
Yeah.
Because an X is much simpler to use if you're the person killing the other person.
It's a little more convenient. Huh?
It is a lot more convenient. Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, what would you have to say?
No, I'm good.
No, you
I
go
was
ahead.
going to ruin it because it was funny enough that you bring that up because I started listening to someone's brought up the fact. So the Grinch Who Stole Christmas and Whoville and all that stuff in this fictional world, right?
Grinch, not that bad of a guy.
Right.
He came around. In the end, he came around.
But in Whoville, they celebrate Christmas,
They
which
do.
thus technically there's a Whoville version
Of
of
Jesus?
And
Yeah.
someone brought up the idea of like, if there is a Whoville version of Jesus, what kind of contraption did Dr. Seuss come up with to crucify Jesus on?
Oh, you're right.
Since they had dingle hoppers
mean
and
if-
wingle whoppers and and I was like, this is a thought that we can't go into, but it does make you think.
You're like, this is on the line.
yeah, it was borderline of like too much, but
Yeah.
but I thought that was
But yeah, if there's Christmas, then there's Christ.
right.
Yeah. Or Xmas.
Xmas.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a total sidebar. Yes, Chris, we found another bald man to join the group.
Chris Jackson, one of our number one followers.
The number one. If we were giving out badges, he probably would have one.
Actually, on Facebook, we do give out badges.
Do we?
Yeah, most
Oh,
of
check that
most of our top followers have badges when they comment in.
And you can buy them on our merch site. Sorry, go ahead. Christmas movies.
Yeah, Christmas movies. So,
Home Alone.
I was shooting around some ideas at the house for a fun segment. I've really been seeing a ton of stuff about genies, like a genie in a bottle, rub the lamp, and a
Christina
genie comes
Aguilera?
out. No, not
Oh.
so much that one. Like Robin Williams or Will Smith in the new Aladdin stuff, but a lot of stuff about genies, right? So I was trying to come up with a concept to weave it in of like, if you were given wishes, what Christian wish would you? And it was just, I don't know, it never fell into place.
Okay.
So as I was doing that, looking at movies, I started looking at Christmas movies, and I was like, oh, it's always funny when people are like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Because you'll have Elf with Will Ferrell.
Home
people
Alone.
say, well, Home Alone.
1 and 2. It's a package deal.
Second's better.
Second is better. He's right.
That is true.
Third, don't even do it. Don't go there.
But just
Stop
because
it
it
too.
has Trump in it. So, but with all these movies,
Down the hall
everyone,
and to the left. That's all he says in the whole movie.
but it was enough,
It's his building, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to go across the street to my building.
Justin's with me here. It's Home Alone. Oh, he likes the original better than the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there are Christmas movies that everyone always thinks of, and you always have that
Yeah.
one friend like Noah, who earlier I was talking to, and he was like, "Die Hard,
Which
that's
is
a Christmas movie."
Legitimately a Christmas film, by the way.
And yeah, it was shot during Christmas at a Christmas party. They didn't talk about the spirit of Christmas and the whimsical thing about it, but that's the argument people want to have.
Die Hard is adult Home Alone.
I mean,
They're
Yeah.
very similar plot lines.
it's true.
There's just one goes to a
That
different
took
level.
some intentional thinking about to go down that road.
It does. If you think about it, they have some parallels. John McClane, Kevin McAllister, basically the same guy.
So in the spirit of that thought, I wanted to take that whole definition away, right? And
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
I knew there were more not Christian. Forget that. I knew there were more movies that were based in Christmas that people don't bring up like they do Die Hard.
Like,
Well, I'm going to bring up a list of movies, and I want to have you guys guess, and you, the viewers,
yay.
guess whether or not it is technically a Christmas movie or a regular movie. And
Okay.
I don't mean for you to use your definition. I'm just saying that
Did
it's
it
based
happen around Christmas
right.
time?
It happened around Christmas
Oh,
time.
okay.
Thus, that's what makes
Okay.
it a Christmas movie. So you're not making the definition. I just want you to guess whether or not it actually was made around Christmas time. Because I'm going to bring up some titles that you don't remember. You'll be like, oh, yeah, I know that movie, but I don't remember what happened solely. You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
Brett's dying.
So is this when the movie was made or the scene?
The scene.
The scene within the
Yes.
movie.
You have to stand up.
The scenes
All right.
within the movie.
Brett's having a cramp. He's cramping up.
Cramping up.
He's cramping up. He's over there like, oh, I'm dying.
Oh, Krampus.
Sniper.
Give me an IV.
You You need a water?
He needs a
Sprite?
bag. Get him a bag.
Need a Diet Coke?
Noah, can you get me an IV bag? Stat. Saline.
So yeah, I'm gonna list off some movies from back in our yonder year, and you guys are just gonna let me know whether you think it was shot during Christmas or shot as it was in Christmas
Okay.
as the movie, or not.
Hit me.
Okay, just a second. I've got my list here. Actually went through IMDb and looked up a few. So, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I don't know if you remember that classic with John Candy and Steve Martin. It
We're
was
really professional.
I didn't mean to drop that.
slam all that
It's on
stuff
me.
around. Is that for somebody?
I'm
Water?
good. I got,
okay,
I got
we're good. We're good.
Okay.
My apologies.
Yeah.
This is very different than my podcast.
Really? I don't see how. I can't imagine that it's much different. So, but the first movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It was a movie back in the 80s with John Candy and Steve Martin,
Never seen it.
where they were forced to travel with each other cross country.
I remember this.
Yeah, it was.
I've
it was,
heard of it.
It's a really great,
Pretty
crazy
sure it's a Christmas movie.
slapstick comedy.
Yeah, it's got John Candy in it. It's probably Christmas candy. Christmas.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle
Candy
Buck is a
Cane.
Now
wonderful
that's a
movie.
good one.
Yeah.
Aren't they trying? Isn't that why they're on the planes, trains, and automobiles?
They're trying to get home for
I
Christmas.
thought,
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
Okay.
I'd say it's Christmas.
Yeah, yes, it is a Christmas movie.
Yes, okay,
Everybody was
start
right
with
on
an
that
easy
one.
one, start with an
Justin
easy one.
said yes. I don't know if that was a comment towards that.
If
but
it
yes,
was, then
Planes,
he's
Trains,
good.
and Automobiles
Yeah.
was a Christmas movie.
Hey, hey, Justin Alger's on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Just-
his.
just-
He said, "Yo, Leon."
yeah. He's
Oh, I
he's your
missed
guy.
it. Yeah, Justin's one of my boys.
There you go.
Nice.
So Justin was a student of mine at Olivet,
Oh, cool.
and then became a children's pastor. He lives in Nebraska. So
There you go.
yeah, I see you with your
I wore this
MVNU
Mount
over there.
Vernon for you tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, Nebraska. That is out there. That's
So-
pretty cool.
Thanks for tuning in, Justin.
We're here every Thursday.
Here is our next movie that I've went through, and it's going to be, I think it'll be fairly easy for you guys, or just the shock factor of it. But the movie Gremlins, where the little Mogwai, if they eat after midnight, they turn into a gremlin, and it was this little, it was kind of a spoofy horror movie because it wasn't super
haven't-
scary.
I need to watch more movies.
You didn't? It was back in the 80s.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
an
okay.
older one.
Yeah, it's an older one.
Yeah.
But would you say this is a
They can't
Christmas
get
movie?
wet.
Right.
Yeah.
If they get wet, they multiply. But if they eat after midnight, they turn into a gremlin.
Okay,
So that was
Tabitha
the
and
thing.
Justin are saying yes.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Mogwai? Is that how you spell it?
Mugwai?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
they
gonna
were
trust
cute.
them on this
They were
one.
cute little furry things at first, like one of those toys. I can't remember the name of those
Furby.
toys.
Were they
Furbies.
gifts? Is that why it's Christmas? They were Christmas gifts?
No, they weren't gifts. It was just bought as a gift for a kid. And they're like, "Don't feed it after midnight," and they did, and it became all these other ones.
I'm sorry. Are they alive?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They cause a lot of destruction,
Like a
just
dog?
like a gremlin would.
Okay, like troll,
you
like a
would think.
troll.
So, is it a Christmas movie? They all said yes. You said yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going.
I'm going with
yes.
them.
No.
Brett says no. It is a Christmas movie. It is shot
Okay.
during Christmas. There's snow on the ground. I think
Tab-
Gremlins 2 as well was also shot during a Christmas time.
Tabitha says she remembers one of them wearing a Christmas hat.
Yep. Yep. Part 2 is when they got actually more personalities too. So there was like a girl that was in a red dress, gremlin, and then
Are
there
they
was
murderous?
flying gremlin. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
that
it
makes
was
sense.
it was
Yeah.
like a spoof horror movie, but yes, it is a Christmas movie. And as we've already discussed, Die Hard, that was on my list as well. But yes, we all
Definitely a
know
Christmas movie
we've already brought it up. It was a Christmas movie.
in
So I'm gonna-
every way, shape, and form.
so I'm going to jump ahead to the next one, and here's one that everybody should have watched or loved: Castaway, with Tom Hanks, where he gets stranded on an island.
You mean Wilson?
No, Wilson was his volleyball
I
that
know.
he made
You
friends
should
with.
say Wilson first. He's the lead.
Oh yeah. He was Best Supporting Actor, actually. I think he won an award for that.
Yeah.
But yes, is Castaway a Christmas movie?
Do you know this?
I'm going yes.
Really?
Because I think
Justin said no.
there's a scene.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe not.
I mean, how long was he on the island?
now let's see.
had
When
to-
he goes and visits his wife, who has left him. Yeah, that's
Oh.
not Chris. Oh, I want to say it was Christmas in their house.
See, they've been old enough that we haven't watched them in a while. And it's
Yeah.
wait a second.
How long was he on the island? Let's
That's-
sidebar here for a second.
That's the question. That's
Yeah.
the deciding factor for me is that scene.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything else in the movie that would have been Christmas.
Right.
But that scene, I'm thinking it was Christmas time.
Right.
But I may be wrong.
How long was he on that island?
Dude, you'd have to look that up. You have the giant computer.
So how long does your spouse have to be disappeared and presumed dead for you to move on?
Justin
Yeah.
might have got it
Yeah.
on you guys here. So we're going into a lot of questions about one
Sorry,
movie.
I'm
So
sidebarring right now.
I'm just going to ruin it. Yes, it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, nobody wants to answer my question, huh? Nobody's
Well,
got the guts.
we don't know the answer.
Yes, at the beginning.
Yes,
Yes.
He is hauling shipments for Christmas. He has a Christmas sweater on.
Is that why he has the volleyball? Because it was a Christmas gift?
No, the plane was full of shipments. So the volleyball, yes, came from the plane,
Okay.
which was Christmas presents going to someone else. So technically, Wilson was a Christmas present.
Okay, Justin says he was there like 7 years. I think 7 years is an okay
That sounds
amount of
about
time, right? If your spouse has gone for like dead for presumed dead for 7 years, I think that's enough time.
Justin's a movie
Connoisseur.
connoisseur, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we can trust him.
He's going to know a lot of this.
So
I'm gonna-
Justin, wait on your answer so they can't cheat.
I'm nailing you guys down on this. What is the appropriate amount of time to wait?
1 year.
Oh,
1 year?
You need an
What?
answer. I'm giving it to you. They're gone.
What? But they might not be.
you know what? Okay, so
Here we go.
no, one of the things I didn't say, I'm also a pastor. So Joey, we've got a connection here.
Yeah.
But my experience has been when older people have a spouse die,
Yeah.
it's like 3 months, 6 months
Yeah, it can be
before
quick.
they're together with
Yeah.
somebody else.
It
Yeah,
can,
I mean that's like, Terry and I have been married for 40 years, and I don't know if I could manage alone
Right.
at this point
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
You get so used to being with someone.
I tell my dad all the time, he better hope he goes before my mom because he's going to struggle.
Oh, it reset. The TV reset.
Well, are we
couldn't see
good?
it. We just
Oh,
couldn't see the
that
comments.
scared me. I thought we just got
It was
cut.
just our
Yeah.
our view of it anyway.
he would not, I love dad, but he would struggle without mom around,
Mhm.
right? So it would be tough for him to, but 1 year,
Yeah.
really. But yeah, I think you're right. It's especially sometimes it seems like, and I could, not in every situation, but sometimes it seems like you're right. Older people get remarried just to
Not be alone.
to not be
Companionship.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the worst part is like going home to be by yourself. There's just a cable that's just loose.
yeah. You probably
Yeah,
could.
if you want to talk about that further, I have an interesting story.
Go right ahead.
I would, yes, please. Yeah, yes.
We're not.
I don't want to
tied down.
dominate here, but
No, go ahead.
So my grandfather was married to my grandmother for quite a few years, and then she died in her 50s from lung cancer. He ended up marrying a woman who they were friends with, and her husband died about the same time that my grandmother died. So the two of them got
Oh.
married and were together for quite a few years.
Yeah.
And then she died, and my grandfather was alone, and he found a lady that was very vibrant. My step grandmother, the first remarriage, she had polio, so she was fairly limited in what she could do. But after her death, he met another lady who was very outgoing, very vivacious. They're at their wedding. They get in the car at the wedding to go to the reception, and she dies in the car.
Dang.
No.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
No.
Don't marry my grandfather.
Yeah,
what it
don't
is.
marry my grandfather.
Jeez. Yeah.
Abby is I'm
A
assuming
therapist.
Justin's
Yes.
wife. Okay,
Yes.
yes. She said well, don't put timelines on grief and moving on. No, she's right.
She's a counselor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just playing around. Yeah.
Abby's a counselor. So
We got a whole new clientele of viewer tonight.
I'll tell a story quick.
Okay.
My grandfather, my dad's grandparents, my dad's parents. His mother died, and on my mom's side, her parents got divorced, and my mom's mom and my dad's dad ended up getting remarried. Just, I don't think they wanted to be alone. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were married for a long time, years and years. But it was always awkward and funny to walk around and tell my parents that they were step siblings because, well, they are, right? But they got married after I was like 9 or 10 when they got married. They just went around to Vegas and got eloped
well,
like teenagers.
we're talking about Christmas, right?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
talking about
sir.
Christmas. That's right.
This is how this goes. Yes, yeah. Brad said he would never remarry. Also, it seems like Missy might be watching with him. So
And Justin said his great grandpa Wilbur remarried 3 times and outlived them all.
don't marry his
Yeah,
grandpa
Wilbur,
either.
Wilbur lived a long time.
Sorry, you got any more movies?
Oh, Missy has me where she wants me. Oh yeah, I don't want to be retrained.
I'm ruined for anyone else. He's been molded and shaped.
That's what Brad said. So yes, we were going with Castaway, and yes, it is a Christmas movie.
I would have never guessed that.
Here comes another oldie but a goodie. Sorry, I'm going from my childhood from a lot of these. Batman Returns.
That one's not that old. That was 92,
Oh,
right? And it opens with a Christmas scene.
So
I know that. I
Okay.
know that movie well.
You know the year of that movie?
I know Danny Elfman is the composer for that film.
Wow.
Danny DeVito.
Well, if he
is
knows who the
Penguin.
composer is, I'm going to go with Joey's answer and say the opening scene was
I'm pretty sure that's his name, right?
Who knows a
I could be
composer?
wrong. I took a.
Joey.
It's
Yeah.
long. It's
Is it from college?
Yeah.
Did you take a fine arts
I
class?
I took a class. I can't remember what it was called, but
Nerds.
no,
101.
the teacher was talking about like
Hey.
the professor was talking about how they movies will use different themes to remind you of how you should feel. Like
Yeah.
you don't realize the music of the film is leading you on how you should feel.
Yeah.
And I was listening to some music from Edward Scissorhands,
Scissors.
and yeah, which I had never seen. And
Christmas movie.
is
Yep.
it Christmas
it's a
movie?
Christmas
Did I
movie,
steal
too.
one off your list?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I didn't use that one.
And so I'm listening to it, and I raised my hand, and I was like, "Who did this person that wrote the music for this movie? Did they write the music for Batman Returns as well?" And she was like, "Yeah, actually, he did." I was like, "Yeah, it sounds like the same guy. I just happened to notice it just off the top of my head, but that's why I know that."
Cool.
Also, I love those films. Grandpa Wilbur's last rule was, "I'm going to find a lady with no family, $1 million in the bank, and the other on a banana peel." Wait, what?
Slipping on a banana peel.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not reading it. I'm just guessing from what you
Yes,
guys
yeah.
said there.
I didn't know Edward Scissorhands was a Christmas movie either. But,
Yeah. It
but
is.
yeah, when Oswald Cobblepot or whatever the penguin's name is born, isn't it around Christmas time?
Danny DeVito,
And then there's a Christmas scene in
where
it.
they fight bad
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
with
yeah.
I've seen that
presents.
one.
It's
Yeah.
great. It's got what's her name?
Catwoman.
No, what's her?
Halle Berry.
No, before that, the good one. Was
was-
it Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Yes,
No,
it was.
Michelle Pfeiffer was in it.
She was Catwoman
Was she Catwoman? Okay. Yeah.
because she got pushed out by the window by Christopher Walken, her crazy boss.
That was a crazy one there.
That movie was nuts. Sorry, childhood.
I'm trying to look for this one specific so I can give more background about it because I had it.
Wait, so you didn't pick any that weren't Christmas movies
No,
to
I
throw
did.
us off?
There are some in there. Yeah. Just
How about this one?
Sex in the City.
but see, they all have you guessing.
I'm sure they have a Christmas episode.
Right.
See, where did I lead off? Batman Returns. I was going to go with Trading Places, but I was trying to remember all the background behind it, and I can't.
Yeah, Trading Places.
Who's in it?
Eddie Murphy.
It's Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah,
My
And
goodness,
it's
I have not
definitely a
seen
Christmas
any of
movie.
these.
because he was like a homeless guy,
Yep.
and Dan Aykroyd was
They switch
a
places.
Wall Street
Oh,
guy.
I've heard of this. It's definitely Christmas.
it's a really
Yeah,
good movie.
It's a Christmas movie
Yeah.
because he plays Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah,
but,
Yeah.
but it's one that never gets brought up as far as like, oh, it's a good Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a
because it's
Christmas
50 years old now.
movie. Well, not 50
Sorry.
ish.
Hey,
Close.
careful. That's from
my
my.
bad. My bad. My apologies.
So how about Rambo: First Blood?
No.
Ooh,
That is
First
that is a
Blood.
Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. He comes back during Christmas.
No.
Yes, it
Yes.
does. Yes, it is.
Yes, Rambo: First Blood is a Christmas movie. If you're,
When he comes back home at the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
Is that when
well,
he gets like abused?
even when the sheriffs are in the sheriff's department, there's Christmas
Oh,
trees
yes,
up in
there
the
is,
office.
Yeah,
and-
it's when he goes crazy
yeah,
in the town. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
goes wild. Yeah.
John Rambo.
Pretty wild.
What's his
huh?
name? John.
Great movie.
John Ram.
Yeah,
I
John.
think John.
Yeah.
Bringing up Sylvester Stallone, Rocky.
Justin
very
is
first-
shocked at that one.
The very
Ooh.
first Rocky
Yes.
is a Christmas
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Wait,
Doesn't he meet Adrian's family during Christmas?
don't they ice skate?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming back.
Yeah,
I've
there's,
seen that one.
There's snow.
I've seen that one.
A lot of stuff that's happening.
Rocky 4, best Rocky, right? Everybody agree?
No, the first one's the best one.
Yeah, I like the first one.
Better than 4?
Of course,
Yeah.
I like the originals.
Yeah, the very first.
Yeah.
I mean, he loses the fight in that one.
Yeah,
Well, but it's not about winning and
Right.
losing.
Yeah.
It's about going the distance,
You're right.
never giving up. Short Circuit 2.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never heard of that until this moment.
Short Circuit was a robot who was made of AI, and he had tracks for feet, and he had 2 eyes.
So
and
is it Elon?
John
Yeah.
the Five.
I got
Yeah, I
nothing.
never saw 2.
You never saw
I think
2?
I saw 1, but I don't think I saw 2.
Yeah,
This
2
sounds
was
like some Elon Musk type movie.
2 was very much less sought out. There he is.
That thing is creepy.
Yeah, he called
Don't look
himself-
this up.
He called him Johnny Five, and one of his things was Johnny Five is alive. But yes,
Wait.
Short Circuit 2 is a Christmas movie.
I have Johnny Five just triggered a memory.
Johnny Five.
Yeah,
Johnny Five
I
is
may have seen this on in the
alive.
background.
But he was made as a war industrial complex. He had a big laser cannon on his shoulder, but he didn't want to hurt people or be a part of the war machine.
Brad's with you on Short Circuit.
Yep. Yeah, I knew he'd remember that one. I'll do one more. No, let's do 2. Grumpy Old Men. The 2 old men, Walter Matthau.
I know it's in winter because I
I'm
remember
gonna
a
say
clip.
no.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Are they all Christmas?
yeah.
movies?
Did you? So
I
which
thought
ones did you
liked
pick
it.
that weren't?
Wait, let's not go into that. Let's just say
Let's not talk about the logistics of this.
You
Yeah.
guys asked too many questions.
yeah, you guys put too much extra into it. You just say yes or no.
Did you have
okay?
one more?
I have one more,
All right, hit
and
me.
this will be my last one for it.
Yes.
But Robin Williams movie called it's a little movie. You might not remember it. Hook.
That's not a little movie.
No,
that's-
but
I
it
know,
is,
that's the
during
joke.
Christmas.
Yes, it is a Christmas movie. as well.
When he's with his family, it's during Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
Sarah's a
Sarah's
huge fan.
big
Yeah.
fan of Peter Pan. That's why I put that one on there at the end there for you guys. But
did she get that from you or?
No, but she's dressed up as Peter Pan. She did that, I think, when she was a college student.
Peter Pan's the bomb.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Captain Hook is cool.
She's always been a Peter Pan fan. And she got very frustrated because it's hard to find Peter Pan accessories
Oh.
like you can a lot of the other characters.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal when we went to Disney and Peter Pan was there. And
Yeah.
she kind of geeked out over it.
that's cool.
She did that in 2023.
That was a full blown attack.
So these are a list. If you want to go back and listen, these are a list of different Christmas movies that people wouldn't generally say are Christmas movies, but in technicality, they are Christmas movies. There are far more many that go out there that you don't think about. So when somebody asks, "Hey, what is your favorite Christmas movie?" Hit me up. I can give you a list of fun ones.
Switch
that
it
they'll
up
be like,
on 'em.
Wait a minute. First Blood isn't a
Castaway.
Christmas movie.
That is going to be my new one because I do
Castaway.
love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
That movie's great.
Castaway.
Castaway,
Yeah,
yeah.
Castaway's a fun one.
That'll throw them off.
It's a stretch, but at the same time, it's like, go back and watch it. 3 hours. I mean, really, it's just the first 5 minutes, but
1 year.
1 year. Yeah.
1 year.
Hey, I wouldn't expect Kelly. We waited a long time to meet each other in general, so it's like, hey. Yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry.
thanks,
I
Brad
didn't mean to take it
Sayers.
back
It
then.
is a fun segment.
All right.
You're right.
You good?
No, I'm just telling Brad he's right. It was a fun segment. Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
All right. Let's have less fun. So tonight, have you guys heard rumors about is Coney Island actually being sold?
Yeah, the first of the year, it's being sold to a music venue.
Okay.
That's just a reset.
okay.
You're good.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a
no
music
more
venue.
drive-through Christmas lights after this year?
After
No.
this year, no
Okay,
more.
so I just went tonight to the last time I'll ever see that, which is sad.
I'm
Because,
assuming that's a local thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Coney
smaller
Island-
Kings Island.
It's just across the river into Ohio, on the backside of Kentucky and Ohio. And yeah, it's a big water park, and they have a big music venue where Riverbend, music venue that's outdoors, it's a pavilion. It's all kind of butted up with each other, but they have a large
and
park.
softball fields.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a large park area, and so they do drive-through lights that are really extravagant and huge.
But
It's huge.
You tune the radio, and they
Yeah.
play Christmas
Okay.
music to the radio.
You
the
know
whole
what's
time.
weird though?
What?
They're replacing it with a music venue
Yeah.
right next to a music venue.
Yeah.
They're building it as a pavilion. It's going to be another pavilion.
And not one big one.
No.
There's going to be multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Weird,
don't
that's
get
silly.
it. No way that they keep
Riverbend.
the drive-through, right? You think maybe
No,
they'll keep
no,
the
no,
lights going?
No.
It's such a they make bank off that. $30 a car per 8 people, and you drive through.
Man, it must be pretty good for $30 a car.
It's pretty good.
You have to wait, and if you go on the wrong night, you have to wait
Yeah,
a
like
long
the weekend.
time.
Tonight-
I guarantee you tomorrow night and the weekend will
Dude,
be
tonight
slammed.
when we left, the traffic was backed up across the bridge,
Yeah.
which is a mile or 2 miles probably from the highway, not from the park, but from the highway.
We had car sick kids one time through that, where you had a zigzag through the parking lot, and they drank chocolate milk, and we're just like hanging them in the van. All of a sudden, blah.
No, I had a car sick adult. This guy.
This guy
Looking at the lights.
You get sick from the lights?
Yes, I do. For
Oh
real.
no way!
funny.
Any particular light that makes you sick?
Usually it's the one like when you go over the archways. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
driving through
Oh, the tunnels are the best ones.
yeah.
So you drive
wanna
through
throw
for
up.
12 songs. Like it's
Yeah.
a long time you drive through, and the kids love it. We have our SUV has a sunroof. It's the first car we've ever had with like a roof that opens.
Yeah.
So the kids stand out of that. Like Lily and Violet were standing up through here, and Otto was standing in my window here as we're driving, and it was an awesome time. Loved
Yeah.
it. But how do you guys feel about Christmas lights in general? Do you put them on your house? And what's your favorite and what's your least favorite?
Go ahead.
We just did the same. Like,
Yeah,
Same time.
we both got excited.
yeah. I usually do put Christmas lights up, but not this year because we moved.
Been
How
in
could
transition.
you slacker?
Yeah. But my favorite are the ones that you project onto your house.
The cheaters.
Yeah, those are
Those
cheaters.
don't count.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a purist. I like white.
Okay.
I don't do any of the colors, and I don't do goofy stuff.
Yeah.
No
Icicles.
inflatables, no none of that kind of stuff. So we've got lights around our hand railing over our porch, and then I've got a star, because because we have it,
The
not
Christmas
really for any
Not making
big-
a statement.
yeah, right?
just
But
one
then
of those things.
it's been really popular
There's
on the
no
street I
manger.
live on this year. We've never had the excitement about lights that we've got this year, and
Yeah.
some of them are kept pretty gaudy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I don't
yeah.
really get into that.
well, I mean, if you go through Halloween, oh my word, Halloween's insane anymore. And then people cranking it up. I've seen a lot of Christmas skeletons because they just didn't want to take down their 30-foot
Christmas
skeleton
skeletons.
from Halloween.
They
But
just put a hat on it.
I love lights. I grew up loving Christmas as a young person. And I would put lights in my room. If we had an extra strand, I'd wrap them around my bunk bed or whatever.
Usually have them in here.
But it's harder now with the kids getting more rambunctious. So I throw some lights out, but I don't put a ton of work. We've not really nailed down our newer house what schematic we do. So I have some bush lights, but I like red, blue, yellow, green. I like the gaudiness. I'm really white trash at heart, and so I'm not much on the inflatables. It's fun for the kids to see, but I'm not much on putting those out.
So we had a tradition at our house when it came time to put lights on the Christmas tree. So it wasn't long after our kids had been born and we're getting a little bit older that that they realized you needed to be gone the day that Dad put lights on the tree. I don't know what it was about our house or maybe it's about me.
Yeah.
But I would always, you test the lights on the ground before you
Yeah.
put them on
Yeah.
the tree, right? Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're taking old lights from last year, right? So you always check them. I would check them; they'd be perfect. I get them on the tree, half of them wouldn't work. Yeah. Right, and so I would make one of my daughters. I think we started with Sarah, and then it was later Emily, where they would have to follow me with the lights as we would circle the tree.
Yeah. That's great.
And they said, Dad, you're always watching James Bond, and you're putting lights on the tree, and half the time you'd stop to watch James Bond while you're putting lights on the tree. So they just started. It became a tradition. They would just leave the house
Yeah.
on the day that it was time to decorate the tree.
Any James Bond Christmas movies? There has to be one, right? There's no way they've made that many.
Oh, I don't know.
GoldenEye.
They didn't pop up on my list. So
yeah.
sorry.
That's my favorite game from Nintendo 64.
GoldenEye.
So,
Oh, yeah.
have you ever looked back and so lights on the Christmas tree back in the day?
Yeah.
Literal candle holders with
Ooh.
candles in them and open flame on
I
a
wonder-
tree.
I bet they didn't use pine then, though, right?
I think they've
'Cause
all evergreens are kind of the like.
a dry pine
Yes,
tree.
yes.
And some
Now you get it.
flame.
Now you get it.
Pretty rough.
If you burned a Christmas tree,
oh yeah.
oh, it's so much fun.
I love.
You've never.
No.
I haven't either.
Oh, you guys got to this year.
You need to.
Except that we have our artificial tree, so that makes
Okay, that one won't be as fun.
It'll
It's
stink a little more.
It's not quite an explosion, but it's as close to an explosion as you're going to get without having an explosion.
The way
Mm-hmm.
that pine needles dry out. I mean, it ignites. I'm so surprised it's still a tradition to put those in your home because they burn so fast.
It's and intense.
Yeah.
Like it's not like just a whoof. It's a like and you just do it. We'll do it this year. We'll get one and we'll burn it because it is amazing.
You'll just have to look up like tree fires, Christmas tree fires, and you'll see some of the craziest videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always take it out back, but we grew up in the country, so we just take it out back, throw a match on it. You wouldn't have to put gas on it or anything. I mean, it ignites like a bomb.
Sure. Matt said he puts lights in his house. Brad says he identifies with the white trash thing. I like the bulbs, the big ones, like the clown nose bulbs.
Those are cool.
Those are cool, but you can't find those anymore anywhere.
Hardly.
The ones that get real hot, you know what I'm talking about, like the old ones that would burn your house down.
Clark Griswold.
So have you ever seen the lights that you put down in front of the tree? It projects on the tree, and the circle spins. Oh, sorry,
it
spins. It has three. It has three different colors, and it spins in front of the light, and so the tree changes colors as the light goes on. My grandparents had one of those.
Oh yes, like the film.
So,
it had film, like the colored film that went over it. Yes, yeah.
We've seen some tree toppers that way recently that they've come out with, so that it actually projects like snowflakes on the ceiling or like candy canes and things like that, which a little more advanced,
What goes on top of the tree?
Okay, it's each of us. What do we put on?
Yes,
top of the
what do you
tree?
put on top of the tree?
Well, go ahead.
Not everybody at once.
So we have two trees in our house. So one, there's a tradition here too. One is kind of the religious tree that has religious symbols and all that kind of stuff. So everything on there reminds you of Christ. It's kind of geeky, and that's my tree. My wife has the pagan tree.
The pagan tree
that has all the kids' ornaments on it. The pickle, you got to have a pickle on your tree, right?
You watch. She's going to tune in now.
Yeah, she's going to comment in right now. Pagan what?
Yeah. So she knows because we tell the story often. So there's an angel on her tree, and I don't even know what's on top. Maybe a ribbon of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think traditionally it's a star, right?
Yeah, traditionally. Angels, that's a big one, is having an angel where the dress just goes over the top of it.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up with.
Have. Yeah.
But as I've done a star in my adult life, Randy commented and said he's allergic to live trees. Suffered for weeks before he figured out. He's sneezing constantly. He said, "What's changed?" It took me 2 weeks. I am not a smart man. Randy, I think you're a smart guy. You're fine.
That's fun though. Actually, I said that we have an angel. That was what I grew up with. But now that I live with my wife, we have a star. She had one. It was like her mom's artificial tree. We've been using it ever since we've been together, and it's just like it doesn't even work all the way. So like half of the star lights up. But it's like an LED that goes blue and white. That's it. But
Go Cats.
Half of the star doesn't light up. But yeah, she went to UK. She graduated from there. So
We do both.
You can't on the same tree.
No.
You have two trees too.
Every night we switch it out.
Do you have a religious and a pagan tree?
No.
Yeah, Sarah didn't catch on to that.
No. Yeah, we do both. We do a star. I think we used to do an angel. I don't know that the tree downstairs, because everything's kind of different now. Well, this year we don't have anything on top of it.
Yeah,
you gotta put something on it, man.
Yeah,
you can't have a naked tree.
Can't make rules.
I mean,
Do you have
there's
room?
ornaments on there
Do you have room?
for something on top.
Yeah.
I think so.
In the basement?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's going to be close.
You could put something on.
I wasn't there for the partaking of putting the tree up.
No, he was joking about the pagan tree that he was talking about before. When I went to Bible college and got deeper into the Word, that was the thing I loved bringing up to ruin Christmas for people.
Was what?
Pagan holiday.
A pagan holiday. Originally, Christmas was a pagan holiday, and even in the Bible, it says, "Do not put up trees in your home and decorate them with silver and gold like the pagans do."
Except it's not talking about a Christmas tree at all.
That's true.
But yet we still put gold and
But it's
silver.
not talking about a Christmas. That is super misquoted.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It started in Germany. It was
It was a Nordic thing.
it's
like
honoring Thor.
I saw the Phil Vischer video.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
There
about.
you go. Yeah.
We played that. Was that last week?
It was during Christmas, the Christmas program.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, people, I've seen that up a lot this year of like, you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
And like, or, you could. Yeah, whatever.
Well, if famous televangelist can misquote the Bible, I can too. So as long as it makes me happy.
Could you get us some of that cash though too?
No. I don't use it for gain. I just use it for
You don't have an air conditioned doghouse, private jet.
Golden toilet.
You didn't bring the
Not
helicopter
yet.
here? Yeah, not yet. You guys need to send more money to Josh.
Wait till next year.
Change your name, add some letters. Yeah. What's your middle name?
Olstein.
Olstein.
I don't know. It's what came to mind.
I'm sorry. That was
But
good.
anyway, so yeah, traditions.
Brad said they have the word joy on top of their tree.
Oh.
Joy. And Randy said they have a snowman on top
How
of
you
it.
spell joy?
Joy.
Yeah, you got me. there.
J-O-Y.
Well,
You
he
got me
spelled
there.
it out. He said they have joy on top of their tree.
got me on that one.
Joy.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know.
Jesus loves Thor too. Jesus loves everyone. Randy says.
You ever met anybody named Thor?
Yeah, I have a cousin named Thor.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does he have long hair and a? Does
Is he
swing a-
jacked?
It's a lot to live up to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is he swinging around a
Is he
sledgehammer?
No, he's not swinging no hammers.
So we went past, I'll close with this. We went past someone's house tonight on the way back from the lights, and they had, I'm not kidding, probably 1,000 light up.
Inflatables.
No. They're
Oh.
the hard plastic ones.
Oh, the cool ones.
Yes, you know.
The
and
originals, yeah.
It's on Hans Pike. If you know it, you need to go check it out. It is, I don't know where they keep them all during the off season.
Yeah.
It's crazy in a
Yeah.
good way. But I don't want to see that dude's electric bill for this. I mean,
Wait, what? Where was it?
It was on off Hans Pike. You go past the firehouse and then turn there, and it's amazing. Yeah,
Okay.
go check it out. Yeah, it's by. I'll tell you later.
That reminds me when people give directions by landmarks rather than streets
I
or
don't know
west
streets-
or east.
I
or
don't know
whatever.
streets too well. I do. I'm a landmark guy. Like you got to give me landmarks.
There's a
So-
rock with graffiti on it.
Yeah,
Turn there.
Hey, turn if you want to get to Brett's house. Turn at the snake tires, and you'll find
I almost
true.
pass up your all street all the time.
the snake tires help you, don't they?
No, I didn't know there was snake tires.
That's
Look
new.
next
That's a
time.
new.
Okay.
He dressed it up as a
Yeah.
snowman or whatever
Uh-huh.
it is now.
Pastor Derek says, if you send me a $1,000 seed gift each, I will guarantee you a Christmas blessing. All right, that's all I got. Brett, you got anything?
I think so.
Story time with Brett. Give me one. Oh, there it
There
is.
you go.
Thank you.
Can't record those. We have to use them live.
You want me to
Yeah.
fade back in?
Sure, do whatever you do.
We don't know what you do over there.
We don't. So
We don't know what we don't know what you do over there.
we were at work one day at an
Unnamed place that
unnamed
you work.
place that I work, and we were talking about Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about the Jehovah's.
I went to school with a kid that was a Jehovah's Witness. I'm pretty sure they don't celebrate birthdays
Yeah,
or
I don't think
Any holidays.
anything.
Christmas,
Like, yeah, even birthdays. Man, that's tough.
How do you know how
Yeah.
old you are?
Huh. I guess they keep track. They just don't celebrate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right?
No party.
I don't know. Anybody here an expert on this?
Not an expert.
All right,
but yeah.
disclaimer then. There we go.
Family member.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
I have a family member.
But that's no birthdays, right?
You know how depressing
no.
that would be?
Right.
Just
Especially
like,
as a
oh,
kid.
today's my birthday.
like-
As a tightwad dad, oh man,
Josh is like, I'm
I would
Jehovah's
love
Witness.
it.
There is one right across the street from you.
Josh is
Yeah,
converting.
there is one down the street from my
Josh
house.
is
yeah.
converting right
I'm
now.
telling you, man. Dad, we're not getting presents. No, you're not. We changed religions.
Did you have an encounter?
No,
Oh.
we were just talking about how they have a number like that are getting to heaven, 144,000 or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
right.
Brendan. He said their favorite band is The Doors.
Good dad joke.
You're talking about the, don't they call it the elect?
Sure.
And there's
Right.
it's a
There's a
certain number of
chosen-
people
Yeah,
that
it's
are
from the
gonna-
Book of Revelation.
Mhm,
Yeah.
that will make it to heaven.
And we were talking about how, what if you were in heaven, and you think you made it? You've been there for, I don't know, a year or so.
A year or so. There's no time in heaven. But
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
You're there for about a year.
If
Yeah.
I'd have said that, you guys would have yelled at me. But
Well,
Josh says that, and everybody just accepts it
as a
as a
laugh.
good critique.
Yeah, you wouldn't try to stop us though.
Don't worry, I'm preparing my response to this as we speak.
Well,
go
it
for
gets
it.
better. So, and then Phil dies. Somebody named Phil.
Okay.
Good dude.
Yeah, and
my
you
brother.
were 144,
Oh, okay.
but Phil died, and he was a better Jehovah Witness than you.
You see it as like a revolving thing.
Yeah. So you got your time in heaven. And we were talking about it. We were just talking, and like, I wonder if like Jesus like Sparta kicks you out of heaven, like, hey, Bill died, you're gone, see ya, and they just have a.
And for them, I feel like wasn't in Jehovah's Witness, isn't Jesus just a good prophet and not so much the Son of God?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's how they view that.
So then.
So Jesus
that
wouldn't
sounds
kick
like
you.
something like Jesus would do if he wasn't.
Do you want me to do my thing on this, or do you want me to just not?
Well, I have a feeling you're going to do your thing
Anyway.
So
I'm pretty sure the number is set from the beginning of time, so I don't think anyone goes there to get removed. I think it's like.
Is it like a holding place, and then once everybody's dead, then they choose?
I think it's just
144,000.
They have 144,000 as their max capacity, and like they just
once you get there,
once you get there, you're
done.
in. But it's never maxed until the end of time.
I studied it in Colts class years ago, but it's been so long I can't remember the actual like what the full part of it is. But
also not an expert here.
No, I really don't think God or Jesus kicks
you
kicks
out.
people.
Oh, you don't think that'd make a great sticker?
How cool would that be, though? If you were like, man,
Unless you were
Joey's
the one getting kicked.
Joey's getting it today. We're watching too. I don't know.
But,
If you were going to get thrown out of heaven by Jesus, how would you want to be thrown out?
that's your question.
Yeah.
you said all that to say this. If you're getting kicked out of heaven,
So
how do you
I have to pick away. Is that what?
Yeah.
First off, I don't want to leave.
I think I'm staying out of this conversation.
See, I do that and they get mad at me.
Stone Cold Stunner.
He took mine.
I want him to have a Stone Cold Stunner.
He took mine.
Oh, my bad. It was
That's
your
okay.
music.
I'll
Yeah.
take RKO.
Wait, you're
People's
gonna take
elbow.
RKO? The Last Ride by The Undertaker. Get it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay. All right. I have a question about Jehovah's Witnesses. Have you guys ever had an encounter with an aggressive Jehovah's Witness?
I have a story.
I'm not saying just Jehovah's Witnesses get aggressive, by the way. I think anybody can do that. But I have had one in particular, but I want to hear
The
yours
last
first.
one I had, which I'm assuming that this guy is a Jehovah's Witness. I don't know.
Mhm.
He walked up to me at a Kroger and was like, "Hey, you should come to the church Sunday." And I
Oh,
said, "I
that's
already
nice.
go to church Sunday." And he said, "Awesome, cool, see ya."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You were like, I beat the system.
you just gotta tell him you go to church
Yeah,
already.
they'll leave you alone.
He's probably just a good Christian. He wanted you to be saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you know he's a Jehovah's Witness?
I just assumed because normal Christians don't come up and talk to you.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
They do have a lockdown on invites. They kind of outdo us normal evangelicals for
That
sure.
is true.
I have a couple of stories about that.
A couple?
Yeah, my grandpa was a turn or burn preacher. That was like a kind of the one I was speaking about earlier before the show, a circuit preacher kind of guy. And he was working out in the garden one day when I was just a little baby, and some Jehovah's Witness came hiking up the holler, and like you had to make a purpose to go to our house. And so they came up to talk to him, and two or three guys, he loved telling the story, and they come up and they're like, "Hey, can we talk to you about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?" And he said, "Well, before we get started, fellas, let's get down here and pray." And he dropped down into the garden dirt and said, "Dear Lord," and he just started praying hellfire and brimstone down on him. And by the time he got done praying, he looked up and they were running back out of the holler. And he loved telling that story. And I would always be like, is that what you want to do, though? Like, yeah, I get.
Now you realize that's Mormons, not Jehovah's Witnesses, right?
Mormons. Okay, well, I said that incorrectly. Probably.
Okay, so it was Jehovah's Witness?
Jehovah's.
Okay.
Yeah, Jehovah's
Okay.
Witness. They
And
came
they
out.
just bailed.
Yeah, I used the wrong
because
terminology.
they do similar things there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I had kids, Christy and I were just married. We're living in the first house I grew up in, and I'm leaving to go to work. I work at a church. I'm a youth pastor here. That's where this place, and older lady, older in her 70s probably, so old, not 60s but 70s, and she asked me about what I believed, and I told her about, hey, I love Jesus, like Jesus is great. I'm going to work at a church, like I'm in, like we're good, and I go to open my Buick door. And I grabbed the handle and I pulled it open, and she put her hand like where the window is and closed the door, and kept talking to me. And I looked at her and I said, I'm gonna open my door now, and I'm gonna get in my car and go to work at a church where I work. And as I was driving away, she was still like trying to talk to me. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. She was being aggressive.
What did you say to her? You're like, hey, if you don't get your hand off my car door, I'm going to break it.
Yes, that's what I said.
I thought so.
Hey, I'm really interested in what you guys think about Randy's question.
Yeah.
What?
Can we agree that we will see a lot of Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses in heaven?
I can agree that people who
I can
claim
speak in a
Jesus.
circle and say,
yeah, people who are covered by the blood of Christ will make it to heaven.
Yeah, people who love Jesus, even
Yes.
though their theology may be all messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
if their
people
theology,
who love Jesus
but
have
actually,
accepted.
yes.
But
Sorry,
the difference there is you have to recognize that he's the Son of God.
yes, that's
right.
right. That's why I was
Yeah,
making sure we're on the. Yes.
I mean, you can have some messed up theology along the way,
but you have to
there's
have
some-
that part.
Yeah, the key
Yes.
components
Yeah.
of what
Now
it
we're-
means to be a Christian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We add a lot that isn't necessary.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the Apostles' Creed kind of covers that for us.
but as long as you have the him being Lord part down.
Yeah, absolutely.
That part is the
Yeah,
part you have to.
for sure.
We have to have equal footing on that. Yeah.
who isn't covered.
People who choose not to be. I think that's a good way to say that, right?
Yeah, people who choose to
Yeah.
put their lives ahead of
Yeah.
understanding who God is.
I was telling a story on Sunday about it was the last death of World War I. This guy, everyone knew the war was going to end at 11 a.m. They signed the armistice at 5 a.m. and said the war would end at 11 because it was the 11th hour, the 11th day, the 11th month. And so the peace was already decided. And there was a guy that wanted to prove himself, over and over, and he had lost some of his pride had been knocked down during the war. And so his squad knew where this German machine gun nest was. And so he fixed his bayonet without telling anybody and ran out of, from out of cover and charged the machine gun nest. And he got killed at 10:59 a.m., 1 minute before the war ended. And his crew tried to stop him. The Germans that were shooting before they shot at him tried to stop him without killing him, but he just would not relent. Right? He just wanted to either kill all of them or die, and so they shot him because they had to, or he was going to kill him. So they even came out afterward and helped bury him and clean up after and apologized. They didn't want to do it, but they had to. And I use that as an analogy of we live in that time there where the peace has already been decided. Christ has already done the work that we need. There's still this bit of a battle going on because the earth, we're still here. And so not great things still happen. But we don't have to choose to run out to our death. We can be covered by Christ. But sometimes people choose to go without him.
Rosemary says that guy was dumb. So
that is something I kind of worked around because he got painted. So when the story came back to the United States, he got painted as this brave dude. And I'm not saying bad about the dead, but there's a difference between bravery and whatever that was. I won't say dumb, but it wasn't the most educated decision.
Yeah, and just because you're a soldier doesn't mean you're like everybody else. It's a whole different brain, different situation.
Sorry, what were we talking about? Jehovah's Witnesses?
Actually, I think we should probably bless somebody.
Is it that time?
Yes,
it's an hour, 3 minutes already.
That's
Look
all
at
right.
us.
We got somebody to bless.
Pod bless your heart.
All right. You guys ready for a crazy one? Yeah?
I mean, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was trying to read comments.
It's cool.
But you covered
Just
the
talking to you.
comments.
My bad. Sorry, I have to read this.
Yeah.
I don't have my iPad today.
That's all right.
Here we go. You guys ever taken an Uber or Lyft?
Yes. Quite
So-
a few.
Yeah. I don't know if I've done a taxi in New York, but I don't think I've ever done Uber or Lyft.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Different company.
Except scarier. Uber and Lyft is scarier for me because a taxi is a little more, I don't know, maybe I'm old school on that. but
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
Not much better in here, kid.
Yes, thank you. That scene used to scare me so much.
Anyway.
As passengers of Uber, we can all relate to a bad ride, whether it's an awkward interaction with the driver, them taking the wrong directions, or just simply them picking up the wrong passenger. I'm sure everyone has at least one nightmare Uber story to tell. However, have you ever taken the time to sympathize with the driver for once? It would be a tough job, right? I did after I read the story in Texas. Here we go. A Texas woman stole a car from an Uber driver because he was going too slow. Normally, it's something that would be attached to a Florida Man headline, but this story begins in Austin, Texas. Whew, I'm going to try this.
newish.
The That's the easy part. Yeah.
Kami?
Afkami, Nusha, Neusha.
N.A. We'll just
Yeah,
say N.A.
A lady, according to this arrest affidavit, she ordered an Uber just before 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, so that would be Saturday night, right? Technically,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's Sunday, but Saturday night, just for some reference there, to take her to an airport. During her ride, the 27-year-old became impatient and started showing signs of frustration for how long the trip was taking. Then she threw the Uber driver's phone out of the window.
Yeah.
Which do you sit in the front when you're in?
Not
No,
always,
usually in the back.
but you can.
She could have
it
just
can be
reached
a-
up.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's through the driver's phone out the window. The driver initially believed that the throw was in frustration, but it turns out it was just a distraction. While the driver left the vehicle to retrieve their phone, she jumped in the front of the Chevrolet Cruze. I don't know why I had to put that detail in there.
Yeah, you know.
And decided to drive herself to the airport. So she carjacked the Uber.
Yeah.
The stranded driver called the police because he had his phone.
Yeah, like you have he has all of your information from the Uber because it's all on his phone
Throw his
from the
wallet.
app. So he already knows who you are.
Throw his wallet. But she had a plan.
There's an account. Yeah, anyway.
When the police located the vehicle at the terminal of the Austin airport, they also found her before she could board her plane. Not only did she steal the vehicle, but she also used his wallet and credit card several times
Yeah.
to buy items from the airport that totaled around $130.
Yeah.
All the items purchased on the card were found in her possession. So when she was questioned, she said that her and the driver were arguing over how long it was taking. And she told the driver, "I need to get there, so I'm going to take your car and drop it off at Southwest Airlines." She's now in the Travis County Jail on a $16,000 bond, charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lesser charge than it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that not grand theft auto, right?
Well,
How's that not grand theft? She stole the man's
plea,
car.
plea deals and stuff. I don't know. Maybe they're like, hey, listen, would you want to charge or press charges on her? And
If I tell you I'm going to steal something from you, does that make the charge less?
it's not stealing if I tell you.
Because she
I don't-
said she was going to leave it there for him to pick up.
Yeah.
So is that how the charge?
not
So,
okay.
like, as she's taking off, is she yelling out the window, "I'll leave your car at the Southwest Terminal"?
That's what she told him. Yes, she said the quote: "I need to get to the airport, so I'm going to take your car and drop it off at Southwest
So
Airlines."
technically, she didn't keep it
Yeah,
because stealing would be keeping or trying to hawk it or sell it or.
it's like in the movies when the cops are like, "I need a police officer. I need to commandeer this bicycle."
Yeah.
It's like that, but not a cop, and
Right.
not for not for anything good.
That was a lapse in judgment. I think she could plead insanity in that situation. But if it was at 12:30 a.m., like at midnight, just past midnight and
Yeah.
stuff, I mean, she could have been inebriated and made bad choices.
I was assuming that part.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong in that.
Yeah, it could have been
Then
a party.
then she would have been charged with drunk driving.
Could have under the influence.
Oh, he's right, and so I guess she was sober.
Yeah,
Huh?
maybe.
Yeah. So Uber guy, what do you? I mean,
You're gonna bless him because the poor fella, or
oh no, it's got to be her.
you're gonna
Right?
have to bless her.
It's got to be her. Like that is a classic. First off, if you're going to commit a crime like that, maybe don't run to one of the most secure facilities on the planet, right?
Well, then she stole his wallet and bought things as well, because she probably couldn't have been in that big of a hurry if she took time to stop at the gift shop and get a magazine and a neck pillow.
Now, I have some friends that are joining us that are not from the South. They may not understand this segment.
Oh,
you
that's
may
very
need to
do you want to
explain.
explain it real
we
quick?
usually do that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Sorry.
if you're tuning in and it's your first time with us, during this Pod Bless segment, we read you a news article of someone who is not the smartest or brightest at what happened through this article. But in the South, the little ladies, when they feel bad for you, they'll say, "Oh, bless their heart." And it's their nice way of being mean.
It's them
and-
saying you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part. So in this segment, we choose to pod bless somebody's heart for the incident that happened in the news. So thus, Joey wants to go with the lady, A whatever,
I'm trying. I wish I could say her name, but N.A.
Yeah.
What do you guys? I mean,
Nusha. I'll say
there's only
Nusha.
really two characters here,
Yeah.
and if we're doing it the way we should do it, it's got to be.
You think Nusha? Or-
No, I'm blessing. I'm blessing. Yeah, I'm blessing her.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
She needs it, you
She's a
guys.
poor soul.
Yeah,
So-
and she's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I think we can say that effectively here.
Lady that stole an Uber.
Or what did you say that the driver told her he wasn't going to speed?
Yeah, she was trying to get him to hurry up, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to speed. Like, you should have planned your time better. Like, if you would have just got an Uber earlier, we wouldn't be in a rush."
It's not my fault. You're
And
late.
now
Yeah.
he's driving slower
And
just
she
because
said-
she's mad.
Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, magic trick, no more phone."
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! All right, so can I say crazy lady? Or is that bad?
Go ahead, I don't
Okay,
care.
crazy lady that stole Uber.
Pod bless your heart, sweetie.
The only thing that could make that better is she was like, "Hey, can I borrow your phone? I need to make a call to the airline."
Yeah. Yeah,
And he's
dude,
like,
You're
"Yeah,
so right.
sure."
Yes, you're so right. That
Yeah.
would.
I'll give you my GPS and reach it right back to you.
Or if she said, "I hope you have cash,"
Yeah.
like, as she's driving with.
Call an Uber.
So she gets there. This is the thought process. Gets to the airport and it's like, "Oh, I'm kind of hungry."
Yeah.
Like goes and buys snacks. Like, "Oh, that's a good book. I think I'll get that for the flight."
Well, that's a-
like,
$130, is that what she spent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, even in an airport. I mean, airports are really expensive,
Yeah.
but that's some serious spending.
she bought some
Yeah.
in an
stuff.
airport.
Well, a couple magazines, neck pillow,
He's right. All
breakfast sandwich,
Gum so her ears didn't pop.
maybe some Dramamine. I don't know.
Yeah,
you
right.
know.
Oh,
Oh, maybe upgraded her ticket.
yeah.
Like, hey, can I get first class?
That's all I
$130.
got, you
Might do
guys.
that. Oh, well,
This
it was
is a good
fun.
show.
Leon, hope you had a great time.
I did. Thanks.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Sure enough.
Oh,
Again.
Randy's an Uber driver. Sorry, I just saw that. So he,
Oh, yeah, we had the comments covered up, didn't we?
just because I had to read that. So hopefully, Randy, your car never gets stolen while you're driving. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I was just going to reiterate Leon's podcast. If you
Faith
guys,
Together.
Faith Together. If you want to check that out, another Christian-based podcast that's a little more serious probably than ours.
A little bit.
Yeah,
but
just barely.
we try to keep it light, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's the intent is to be real practical for parents.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, whereas we pump
applicable.
ours full of helium and are very light. It was
Dwayne
an
Mills.
idea. Hey, Dwayne Mills, how's it going, buddy?
Rosemary said souvenirs.
But
man.
yeah, go out there and check out his show as well. Make sure to give it a follow. Maybe leave a rate and review to help
That'd be
them out
great.
with their
Love it.
numbers.
Can I plug the dive too? Am I allowed to do that?
You
No.
can plug the dive if you want, but
No, you
We
can't.
have a more serious podcast that. Well,
not we.
no. Well, I've invited you to be
There.
on it, but we do it at the church. We try to do it on Monday morning after Sunday, and we go further into the sermon. So if there's extra material or extra stuff that maybe couldn't make the cut, or parts that maybe we didn't get to dig into as much as we wanted to, we spend time talking about that. And
If you didn't get enough of Joey's sermon on Sunday, tune in later in the week. And you
Who's
can
we?
get even more.
it's myself, Pastor Brad, but Sarah was on it. Sarah was on it the week we talked about women in ministry because we figured, we probably shouldn't have a room full of dudes talking about women in ministry. So Pastor Brad, Pastor Sarah, and Dustin was on it once too. Dustin's on it,
Dustin Clark.
reoccurring,
Yeah.
and Seth was on it once too.
Yeah, he
'Cause,
was.
yeah, so we've had
Awesome.
a rotation. So if you
That's
ever
good.
want to come down for that, that'd be
All right.
if you're
Love
around.
to.
Yeah.
Sometime when I'm in town.
Then we get into the deep stuff here. If I get too crazy, these guys shut me down.
Yeah, yeah. The dive. It's more. It would be more your speed, possibly, that you you wouldn't feel uncomfortable on that show.
Well, I didn't feel
No, he's
uncomfortable
been
today.
good.
This has been
Oh, good,
great.
good,
This has been fun.
good.
We let our hair down.
Yeah, it's
Get-
nice
Thank
to
you,
be able
Randy.
to not be so serious.
Yeah.
I'm glad getting suplexed by Jesus didn't get you too squirmy or nothing. Or
That would be awesome.
It's a-
What a story.
So the way to frame that would be like, when God sent the fallen angels out
Yeah,
of heaven.
yeah, yeah.
Like did the,
Yeah. I
But
think
whatever,
the
so-
Undertaker power bomb. There's just a lot of imagery in that.
You're probably right.
it's kind of a upside down, pile
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he lets go and you keep going.
no,
And then you're a fallen angel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
technically, no.
So
It doesn't say how they started. the
yeah,
fall.
you're right. You're right. How we close is we just say we say our names and then we all say together, "This is Pod Bless." So you'll pick it up. It's pretty easy.
But before we do, looking at the camera, sorry. If you're out there listening, make sure to come in and watch us live on Thursday nights. We're live
Do it.
every Thursday. I don't know. I guess we might be able to do it. I'll probably be out of town for this coming Thursday.
Are you?
Possibly so.
Okay.
So you guys can try to get together and do a show
We might be able to make it
next
work.
week.
Yeah.
But tune in with us live on Thursday nights through Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. You can be a part of the show and be basically a guest as you comment in, and we'll talk about your comments. The 12th man. So do that. And if you're out there, go rate and review. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube.
Tell your friends.
Subscribe, like, hit that little notification bell so you know when we go live. And yeah, that's all the good things I need to say about that.
Next week, episode 150.
150.
Wow.
gonna miss
Good for
it.
you guys.
Took us a minute.
150.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We might be here.
I'm surprised you all have that much to say.
Right? Me too, man. I don't
Some
know.
days it's a struggle.
All of our fans say the same.
Oh, man. Well, you good?
I'm good.
Very good. I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
And I'm Leon.
And this
is
Pod
Pod
Bless. There we go. And that's how that goes. So,
That was a great maiden voyage, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was fun.
Thanks for being a part of it.
Appreciate you letting me.
Yeah.
No problem.
We need to study up some more wrestler moves of the new age. See what Jesus would have done.
I don't even know what John Cena's is.
I don't know. He does the "you can't see me."
Yeah.
Who's the leprechaun?
He does
guy?
the thing on the shoulder, right?
There's that leprechaun guy. That would be a shameless.
Seamus.
Oh, I bet he's got a good move.